Okay, in this video I'm going to have a look at how we can simplify using factorising. So here we've got a really big question, but in each part we have something that we can factorise. So what we're going to do is step through each one, factorise them, and then put it together and see if we can simplify. So I'm going to label them 1, 2, 3 and 4 just to make it a bit easier for myself. So I'm going to write my 1 is x squared minus 4. Now when I look at x squared minus 4, I know that's a difference of 2 squares. So I can put x plus 2, x minus 2, because that's the same as x squared minus 2 squared. For the second one, over here, I've got, my second one is x squared minus x minus 6. So now I've got one where I've got a quadratic that I need to use my ACB method. So A equals B equals C equals 1, negative 6. So my AC equals negative 6, something that will multiply to give negative 6, but add to give negative 1. Now I know that into negative 6 I can do 3 times 2. If I make that a negative 3 and I multiply that by positive 2, that will give me negative 6, and negative 3 plus 2 will give me the negative 1. So then I'm going to get x take 3 and x plus 2 for that. So there's my 1, 2. Now for part 3, I've got 5x minus 15. So I know that that will be 5 outside of x take 3 when I factorise that. So that's that one done. And then number 4 I've got is x squared plus 4x take 12. So I've got my a equals 1, b equals 4, c equals minus 12. So something that will multiply to give minus 12, but add to give 4. So that means I want two numbers that kind of have a gap of 4 to work there. So 6 and 2 will multiply give 12, and they're 4 apart. So if I make that, so positive 6 and negative 2, 6 plus negative 2 will give me 4, and 6 times negative 2 will give me the negative 12, which will be x plus 6 and x take 2. So I now have my 4 pieces to put together. So I will take that to a fresh page. So I'm going to put on the top will be my x plus 2, x take 2. Underneath that, I had x take 3 and x plus 2. I had that multiplying by 5 outside of x minus 3. And on the bottom, I had x plus 6 and x take 2. So I now have put that all together, and I'm going to look for if I've got something on the top that I also have on the bottom. So I can see I've got an x minus 2 on the top and an x minus 2 on the bottom, so I can cancel them out. I've got an x minus 3 on the top and an x minus 3 on the bottom there, so I can cancel that out. I've got an x plus 2 and an x plus 2, so they can cancel out. So I'm left with 5 over x plus 6 as my answer. So just remembering it can look quite complicated at the start, but if we can break it down and factorise each one by one and put it together and look for common factors to cancel out, then we can simplify that.